kati ya 3,500 na 4,000. Ukipiga kwa mwezi mzima, huyo ni mtu anapata 90,000. Na mtu amekaa mahali anasema William Ruto hajafanya kitu. William Ruto must go. Go where? Hata yeye ni mtoto ya mtu. Wewe kama unasema William Ruto must go, weenda. Ruto yuko hapa na sisi tutamrudisha ili azidi kutufanyia kazi.
Watoto wetu wengi sana wameshindwa kuelewa hii mtandao liwani. Sasa wanatumia kutuzi wengine wanachora wengine wakiwa bado wako hivi, wengine wanachora wengine kama wamekufa. Sasa hiyo inakupea pesa ngapi kwa siku? Ama unachora mtu akiwa sanduku, jioni tena unaenda kuuliza mama yako kama ugali iko.
Kwanza wewe mwenye ulichora William Ruto na mwenye ulisponsor kuchora William Ruto, utakufa mbele ya William Ruto na utakufa mbele yetu sisi wote. Wewe ndio utatangulia kwa hiyo kaburi. Yeah.
The same truthful man alituambia hii serikali yenye tuko ilipatia fertilizer wa Kenya wote na ikaweza kuimarisha mambo ya mazao. The same truthful man alituambia mambo ya affordable housing was the best and was revolutionary in this country. I want to ask him, when did it expire your truth that those things are no longer true? He told us William Ruto was the best president in the Republic of Kenya. When did it change? Ili expire lini ukweli ndio unataka kuanza kweli nyingine enya iko related na.
Well, that's pretty interesting. They're saying that, you know, we've never had a one-term president, and they say it's not going to start now. So what do they know that we don't? Now, the national government says it will set aside 4 billion shillings in the next financial year to improve the road network within Nairobi city. President Ruto said that the money will be used to construct new and rehabilitate old feeder roads to improve mobility in the capital city. Further, he assured that stalled roads started by the defunct Nairobi Metropolitan Services would be completed. He made the remarks during a service at the United Pentecostal Church of Kenya in Dagoretti North. The head of state said he's deliberate in his efforts to improve the city living standards, adding that its current state is not tenable. He pledged to have the Nairobi River cleaned and restored to pristine condition within the next 2 years. At the same time, the president called on those who are saying that he's going to serve one term, that they're wrong.
Mimi nataka niwaambie, mimi pale nyuma kuna watu hata hawakufikiria nitakuwa na any term. So Mungu ni nani? Si ndio? So mimi nimefurahi sana kwamba Mungu amenipatia nafasi hii niwe kiongozi wa Kenya. Mimi ambaye nilikuwa mtu mdogo, sijulikani, familia yangu haijulikani, kutoka mahali kidogo, I am a very proud president of the Republic of Kenya. And I have every intention to make sure that we transform our nation. Ndio sababu niko tayari kuungana na viongozi wote na kuunganisha Wakenya wote, ndio tuweze kutimiza mapenzi ya Mungu kwa Kenya hii, na tuweze kutekeleza ile mambo ambayo itabadilisha taifa letu la Kenya. Because one man cannot do it, one party cannot do it, one region cannot do it, but together, united, people from all communities, all regions, all political formations, every ethnic community, every religion, all of us united, we can achieve much together. Na ndio mimi nawapongeza watu wa Nairobi kwa sababu ya umoja wenu. Mumeungana, mumeshirikiana, mumefanya kazi pamoja, mumetuambia hapa. Imwatakuyu leader wa majority amesema broad base ilianza Nairobi. Pengine tungesema mulisoma barua ikiwa bado ndani ya bahasha. Mulitutangulia. na mkaona ni vizuri Kenya ifanye kazi kwa pamoja.
All right, let's take a look at what is happening in the newspapers. I have the Standard here. It says the abductions fallout. And this is basically what I was talking about the Public Service Cabinet Secretary, Justine Muturi, who's broken with tradition to call for a sober debate on abductions that he says hit him hard when his son was kidnapped last year. He joins a list of senior government officials calling for an end to the extrajudicial means of dealing with the dissent in the country. If this is the way that the government is dealing with dissent, it's going to be very unfortunate. Because there are constitutionally, there are ways that the Constitution has provided that people should be dealt with. Mounting unpaid debts, ground police cars posing threat to security. Let me see this. Let me just read a bit of it. The police fleet is facing a crisis with vehicles stalling nationwide due to the government's failure to pay for maintenance and fuel. As a result, officers are now dipping into their personal funds to keep a limited number of vehicles running, endangering the National Police Service ability to maintain law and order. Remember, the person who's now at the helm of the Interior Cabinet Secretary is Murkomen. I thought the police were supposed, when the president took over, he said that he had actually set aside, there was a budget, the police were going to access this budget for their own. This, I don't know what has happened. And this is crazy if the police don't have vehicles. Actually, there's one video, I'll look for it, where there's a Land Cruiser, police Land Cruiser on the highway. You can see vehicles passing on each side, and it's right in the middle. It's a ramshackle, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the vehicle, the wheels are, the whole thing is just wobbling. And now you wonder, this is a police vehicle, and at times it probably ferries traffic police officers to a roadblock to try and go and stop unroadworthy vehicles. In quotes, unroadworthy. Yet they've come in an unroadworthy vehicle. Page 3, relocation of hawkers from CBD divides traders, stars political rift. Then we have, will Kenya Gen Z persuade African leaders to reject Raila's AUC bid? There is a campaign that these young people have started online, and they're trying to get, the leaders who are supposed to vote for Raila Odinga at the end of this month. They want to persuade them not to vote him in as the AU chair. They say he has let down the country. He's part of the entire scheme that is messing up this country, and they don't believe he's going to take care of Africa either. Arsenal pay the penalty in Manchester United loss. Manchester United beat Arsenal 5-3 on penalties after a dramatic 1-1 draw in the FA Cup third round. This is the first time sijui kutoka siku gani that I've had Manchester United has won. The first time. Most of the time I've just been hearing sad horror stories from Manchester United fans. But anyway, make sure you catch up with Emmanuel and the crew on Scoreboard today at 2 p.m. I'm very, very sure they'll be talking about that Manchester win. Then we go to the Star. You have IEBC's 5.6 million Gen Z voters to tilt 2027 election. That is if they register, eh? That is if they are registered. The agency seeks to register 2 million new voters starting July this year. 2 million. The only way the Gen Zs are going to have an impact in the election is if they register. And IEBC's 5.6 million, according to the Star, there are Gen Z voters. Would they tilt the 2027 election? With experts saying young people are likely to have a big influence. Very true. Ruto dismisses talks that he will be a one-term president. There's a story here, it's a sad story, where a woman says she prayed for the death, to end her brother's pain. The brother was sick, and because of the pain he was going through, she was asking God, please take this guy home. And then we have a story that is very strange on the Stars, the 3rd page, where a teacher survived a road accident, and then she died being hit by a plane. You know, she survived a road accident, and then on this particular day she's on a border, and then the plane, a Cessna experiences mechanical problems, and it starts coming down, and the pilot decides he's going to land on the road. And as he comes to land on the road, he crashes into the border that was carrying this lady. Back page, ambitious goal. Kandie eyes world marathon record in Valencia later this year. Then The Nation. Muturi takes on Ruto over abductions. This was definitely going to make the headlines. This was going to make the headlines. A mother's joyous baby thief cornered after 90 days on the run. Well, you can imagine, after 3 months of agony, a Nakuru woman has finally been reunited with her baby who went missing after she was stolen by a stranger. I don't know what I can do to the stranger. Let me not just say, lest you say I'm not biblical. Then page 2, Mango High receives retired Boeing as it marks 100 years. Now, I saw... Aki Kenyans are funny. I saw a video of a guy, I think, who was driving on the opposite side when the plane was being transported. This is this thicker road, so the plane is on a track. So it's being taken to Mango High, and the guy is driving back to Nairobi. And then, see, on the opposite side, you can see the plane. And he's saying, Musome sana. And he says the reason why is, while other children are being taught the parts of a locust, you know, the thorax, doing the what, the children at Mango are being taught the different parts of a plane. It was such a crazy, funny video. Anyway, my friend. Then on the 5th page, you have Tanzanian rights activist abducted in Nairobi. Now, I don't know. There's just something weird going on. First, we had Kizza Besigye abducted in Nairobi by Uganda. And is now in court, and we have our senior counsel, Martha Karua, defending the guy. Now, another activist has been abducted in Nairobi. She's Tanzanian. She's been criticizing the government of Suluhu, and now she's been abducted in Nairobi. You know, most of the refugees, if you talk to them, and mostly so from South Sudan, I've had an opportunity to talk to them, they said there was a secret code all throughout the governments, past regimes, whereby the intelligence community in Kenya would communicate to the intelligence community in other countries and tell them, as long as somebody is in Kenya, if you dare abduct them or harm them while in Kenya, you will face the full force of the Kenyan force, meaning they will search you out, they will arrest you, and if they can kill you in Nairobi, they will do that. But now it looks as though that is no more, because under President William Ruto's regime, we've had a number of things happening. We've had Kizza Besigye being abducted in a hotel in Nairobi, actually tricked, abducted, and transported to Uganda, and now he's facing a court-martial. Now we have this lady, her name is Maria Sarungi, a Tanzanian journalist and activist. She was abducted in Nairobi, and now you can take it to the bank. She's going to turn out in some cell in Tanzania. How did they take her in Nairobi and drive all the way to TZ? What goes around comes around. You know that, right? We have page 6, that's where Ruto says, God has given me a role to play. School sending students home due to cash crunch. And then the back page, we have Mvurya insists Kenya is ready to host 2024 CHAN. You know, I never thought we would live to see the return of abductions. But anyway, God has not moved from his throne, has he? We still have our eyes up there. All right, we go for a short break. We'll be talking to Mureithi Muito on some of these things, and let's see what he thinks about some of the things that are happening in the country. All right, all that in a couple of minutes.